Hey everyone, welcome back to Earth Turtle. Today we continue our tour through the Phanerozoic Eon by exploring its fourth period, the Devonian Period. Before we get started, let's talk about last episode. Last episode, we discussed the Silurian Period. The Silurian Period was a time of recovery after the Ordovician mass extinction event. During the Silurian, there was great diversification of land plants. We also have the evolution of the jaw during this time. The Devonian period spanned from 419 to 359 million years ago. It is the fourth period of the Paleozoic era of the Phanerozoic Eon. It is often referred as the Age of Fish. During the Devonian, the Iapetus Ocean disappeared. Laurentia and Baltica collided. This collision created a continent called Euamerica. This collision created the Caledonian Mountains, which includes the present-day Appalachian Mountains, and mountains in Europe that include the Scottish Highlands. Gondwana rotated clockwise and moved closer to Umerica. Overall, there was a greener landscape as plants began to become more widespread. The climate for the Devonian was generally warm and dry. Ocean temperatures at the beginning of the period were similar to the temperatures of today. However, these temperatures rose throughout the period. During the Devonian, there is also a decrease in carbon dioxide levels compared to the Ordovician and Silurian. This was due to the spreading of photosynthetic plant life, which was taking carbon dioxide out from the atmosphere. Some of the oldest known coal deposits are from the Devonian period. They are found in the Canadian Arctic and southern China. These coal deposits suggest that these areas were covered by heavy vegetation during the Devonian. This heavy vegetation could have included areas such as rainforests. Coal forms from compressed organic matter, mostly plant matter. So let's begin talking about life during the Devonian by looking at plants. The Devonian was a period of great plant diversification. The key challenge for plants was not to keep water on land. Elongated cells to transfer water from soil to upper parts of the plant evolved. Now plants were in a fight for light. Later in the Devonian, the smaller plants, which colonized first, were replaced by larger plants since they could more efficiently capture light. The first trees appeared during the late Devonian. Archaeopteris was the first tree to form forests on a global scale. It is one of the first organisms with dense wood and true leaves. Prototaxides dominated the landscape as well, but many scientists are still discussing on whether it was a tree or a fungus. It grew up to 25 feet tall. The evolution of the seed also occurred at the end of the Devonian. Elkincia is one of the earliest known plants with seeds. Seeds were more adapted to land than the original spores. Seeds are packages that include food reserves and plant embryos and have an exterior that helps them protect them from the environment. We'll finish this video by talking about Devonian invertebrates. Marine landscapes were dominated by invertebrates such as sponges, different types of corals, cephalopods, and trilobites. Sponges evolved during the Cambrian and were widespread by the Devonian. They contain spiny structures that support the body. They bring in water through pores and filter out food. Two major coral groups during this time were the rugose corals and the tabulate corals. Rugose corals evolved into Ordovician but were most abundant during the Devonian. They existed in colonial and solitary forms. Colonial forms had many identical individuals or polyps making up the coral structure. Solitary corals are only made of one polyp or one individual. They are often horn-shaped. Tabulate corals evolved during the Cambrian but again were abundant in the Devonian. These organisms were colonial and had horizontal internal structures known as tabulae. As plants spread out on land, animals followed. These animals included trigonotarbids, flightless insects, and myriapods. Trigonotarbids are extinct arachnids, so they are related to spiders. Myriapods include millipedes and centipedes. And with that, that covers the first part of the Devonian period. Next episode, we'll talk about vertebrates during this time. Thanks.